Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. And now the Lakers starting group. Green is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Rajon Rondo. And there's Bryant. And it's James in at the small forward position. And for Philadelphia, we've got Matisse Thybulle. Markieff Morris is out there with Tobias Harris. Then it's Simmons. And it's Embiid in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings mid-season?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 16s, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
Now, here's Bryant. That one's rebounded by Embiid. And now, Philadelphia on the break. Thybulle can't get it to go. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good D by Embiid. Here's Simmons. An 11-point game for him in the win against Indiana. The 76ers again can't hit it. Here's Bryant. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
Well, you know, Rondo's a multi-time league assist leader. If you're open, he's getting you the rock.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
Embiid.
Boy, Joel Embiid with the throwdown. Athletic, 7 feet tall, one of the best dunkers in the league.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I got a chance to talk to Brett Brown. We talked about the seemingly unending difficulties Giannis presents to a defensive game plan. And that Coach pointed out was, you're going to have to be very early with fouls. He said Giannis can create so much contact and get you in foul trouble early, it can hurt your team down the road. So they'll try to keep their arms straight up while contesting shots. Guys?
Thanks, David. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration.
Here's Harris. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
You know, we talk a lot about athleticism, guys. It's important, and right there, Harris used his well to create for himself.
Now here's Bryant. Against Cleveland, he was really on his game. Some solid defense from Harris.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Harris. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Tell you, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league-wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on you.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game, great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. The Lakers also making some changes. Gerald Green comes in for James. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Rajon Rondo. Here's VanVleet. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Now, here's McConnell. Antetokounmpo defending. Pass to McGee. Caldwell Pope outside. For 3. A rebound by the Lakers. Giannis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And finish off by Bryant. And even though it's still far away, Greg, all-star speculation has begun. Many are saying that Junior has a good look at making the team.
If the game was tomorrow, I would have him on the roster. You can't deny that he's played like an all-star recently. Anything can happen, but he's definitely in the conversation.
Outside Bryant. Green breaking loose. Bryant can't get it to go. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. 8-point game. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
Here's McConnell after the basket by Los Angeles. Passes to Caldwell Pope. Fires from deep. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Giannis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Bryant passes to Giannis. With some arc. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Bryant's got his assist on the night.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes a team.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. What a night they... And we spoke with Joel Embiid earlier. He hopes to set an example for those who...
Being from Africa, at the end of the day, you come here, you want to make a name.
Well said, sir. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And then for Los Angeles, LeBron's checked in for Gerald Green. Bryant comes in for Cheeks. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Fred VanVleet. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Ben Simmons. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Harris in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, B in that last game against the Cavaliers lit up the floor. He scored 41 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Here's Thybulle. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then. But I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
We've got 1:55 left to play here in the second quarter. Thybulle, the pass to Embiid. Back to Thybulle. To stop the run. It's not going to go for him. And the Lakers will go the other way with it.
And Clark, how about the 20th pick back in that 2019 draft? Matisse Thybulle, fantastic defensive specialist who has an evolving offensive presence as well.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. His defense is really outstanding and NBA ready from the day he got into the league. He'll improve on offense. You know that. He'll work at it, and he'll get better. I think he has tremendous instincts on and off the ball. Great length and speed and athleticism. He's a terror defensively. You know, one thing you got to love about Embiid is how unselfish he is. I mean, he's pretty good at spotting open teammates.
Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
On the wing, Bryant. Again, the miss by Bryant. 76ers have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Simmons looking around. Here's the hook. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Nice awareness from the young forward. Giannis Antetokounmpo showing he wants to work it to his guys.
There's the pass to Embiid. There's 18 seconds left here in the second. On the money from 12 feet away. Embiid's got his third bucket of the night.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Lakers on top as they end the second quarter on a 15-6 run. Protect their lead. You know, B has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at the Lakers. Gorgie Dang is out there with Green. Then it's LeBron James. And there's Bryant, and it's Rondo in at the point. LeBron outside. Back to Bryant. Good, and the assist goes to James. 24 points for B.
Like the sun rising every day, you can count on LeBron to have his head up scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Simmons on the wing. He's covered by Rondo. Simmons passes to Morris. Rebounded by the Lakers.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Lakers working the ball around now. Green finds Bryant. Back to Green. And Green slams it in.
Can't be thrown any better. That bounce pass hit him right in stride.
And Philadelphia calls time here. You have to like what we're seeing from B.
He can't miss from deep.
The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. McConnell kicks to Holiday. Count that one. Here's LeBron. He's got 8. The 3 from Bryant. Rebounded by McGee. McConnell with it. He's picked up by LeBron. To the middle. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the...
Power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
And the Lakers making a change here. Craig's checked in. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Only their first turnover of the game, taking terrific care of the basketball.
And that's one more key to their lead, guys. I mean, they're creating opportunities for each other and not the other team.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Pass to Bryant. James outside. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
That is the savvy of LeBron on display. Doesn't just convert, but draws the foul and has the chance to tack another one on his point total.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
Shot.
Free throw good, LeBron.
Amongst the many things that I appreciate most about LeBron James, and there are a lot, his leadership. I mean, everybody else just kind of naturally falls into place behind him because he's such a good example and a positive leader.
Simmons checked in for the 76ers. And the Lakers also making a change. Rondo's checked in. Now, here's McConnell. He's tightly guarded. Well, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, your smartphone, or your computer. Outside Bryant. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Gorgie Dang's checked in for Los Angeles. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Simmons with it. Now Green defending. And Simmons kicks to McGee. Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to McConnell. 5 on the clock. Here's Capella. Good. And McConnell gets the assist.
Well, you know, the closer Capella is to the rim, the more effective he becomes, in my opinion, in part because of his size and nice touch.
Outside Rondo. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
LeBron against Simmons. He kicks to Caldwell Pope. The tray. The shot comes out.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Oh, the lob for Simmons.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Los Angeles leading by 21. LeBron kicks to Rondo. To the paint. And finished off by Bryant.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's McConnell. He's covered by Rondo. 6 to shoot. Shot's good by Simmons.
Tell you what, does not matter what the defense throws his way. The heart of Simmons allows him to play through that, and he's still going to knock the shot down.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Simmons is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Markieff Morris. Then there's Embiid, and it's Harris in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
The quickness, the size, the speed of Simmons, captivating, especially when he's dribbling the rock.
Outside Bryant. We know, Greg, the NBA is full of superstars, yet you can foul out of the game after 6 personal fouls, and some have suggested instead just tacking on an extra free throw when a player commits their 6th+ foul, and then they can stay in the game.
You know, I think something along those lines could make sense. No doubt it's tough to see the marquee player riding the bench because it's not just the 6th foul, right? In some coaches, you pick up 2 in the first quarter, you're done for the quarter. You pick up a 3rd in the second, you're done for the half.
Yes.
So I would like to see something, but I think it's got to also be fair. Maybe you get free throws and another possession. Maybe something along those lines might be in the best interest of the game.
I like that. Moment here now for an injury report. Now for an update on Antetokounmpo's injury, let's go over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of the Lakers about his status. He said that he does have a broken nose. It's definitely a painful injury, but not a worst-case scenario. You don't want to hear this news, as most teams are starting to hit their stride. So they're going to miss him while he's recovering from this injury. Kevin?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
And in the training room, guys. I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from. Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
He gets it in there.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Outside Bryant. And it's been said that history is written by the victors. Certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
Even said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, and in the NBA and basketball in general, one guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. That one goes in.
So special and exciting to watch greatness. LeBron James tonight playing at the highest level.
Down low, here's Morris. Draws contact. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg.